What's up? So welcome back again to my YouTube channel here, and I'm going to continue this race analysis now, Hungarian GP. Got a bit interrupted on the previous video, as you may have seen. Yeah, so I'm just going to cover the start again quickly. I'm going to go into the race itself. So start, Bottas was up against the two best wheel-to-wheel racers out there, so Verstappen and Hamilton just drove around the outside of him in turn 2, so just really destroyed him there. And then he got a bit unlucky because Leclerc chopped him coming out of turn 3, so he did that, damaged his front wing. And then that was it. That was the end of the weekend. That was the end of the race for him. And I would have a tendency to say that that's the end of his Mercedes race seat as well, because the last two races have just been such a struggle for him, and I think they're going to put Ocon in the car, but it's really, I think they haven't decided themselves yet, so it's really a fine line. I would tend a little bit to Ocon, but let's see. Anyways, you know what I think? I think we should start a petition right here and give it a thumbs up. I think they should put Alonso in that second Mercedes car. Bring him back from retirement. Some of you are going to say, no, you should go. I understand, but no, I'm definitely in retirement. But they should bring Alonso back, put him in the damn Mercedes next to Lewis. I mean, how cool would that be? So give it a thumbs up if you agree. Alonso should be in the second Mercedes. That would be epic stuff. And we should start a petition here. Anyways, so then Hamilton and Verstappen just had huge race pace together. I mean, they disappeared away from the Ferraris. Phenomenal stuff. They were gone. Yeah, and then, I mean, Hamilton just had even more pace. Like, it was impressive. And then it was down to strategy. So he was putting more and more pressure on Verstappen. Verstappen's tires were struggling. So Verstappen, as soon as the pit window opened, so as soon as he can pit and still come out ahead of the Ferraris, he has to take that. Otherwise, Hamilton is going to take it and do the undercut. So as soon as the pit window opened, Verstappen had to box. Boom. He had to box, which was still a bit early in the race. And he had to take those new hard tires. And then, of course, Hamilton just has to go for it and extend the stint as long as possible, put in some great laps, and then he was doing that. And he just went on, I don't know, for 8, 9, 10 laps. So he ran a lot longer with huge pace. And then Hamilton came in and put on those hard tires and was absolutely flying. I mean, he had blistering pace, and that's typical Lewis. Like, especially in Hungary, it's his greatest track. And then when he gets into a race rhythm, he's just so damn fast, especially in racing this year. And then, yeah, so he just caught up to Verstappen, and then Verstappen just defended so well. We know he's one of the best defenders out there. He defended epically, so cool. So he held position, and then Lewis struggled with his brake temperatures, because the car's aerodynamically, so that you're quick in qualifying, you always go as aggressive as possible with closing the cars down with cooling wise as much as possible, because cooling costs lap time. So if you go conservative and open the car up and cool it a lot, you lose lap time in qualifying. So you have to go as aggressive as possible, and that sometimes causes a problem when you're following another car in the race. Then you overheat. So that's what happened to Lewis. So he had to drop back from Verstappen and cool down his brakes. And how do you cool down the brakes? At the end of straights, you lift off like 100 meters before the braking zone, and then you just coast, and the speed suddenly reduces. So then your maximum braking speed isn't at max speed anymore, but it's reduced by then. So instead of being at 310, it's at 280 by the time you get to the braking zone, and that puts less energy in the brakes, and that helps to cool the brakes. So then Lewis had to drop back. Yeah, and then he was coming back again, tried it again, but it would have been difficult, huh? It really would have been difficult then to overtake Verstappen. So then James Vowles, who's the strategist at Mercedes and the best strategist in the world in Formula 1, and he's such a huge asset to Mercedes, he rolled the dice and did this genius move to pit Lewis again and put him on a new set of mediums, which is a strategy that before the race they said, no, we cannot do that, it loses us way too much time. But at that point, they just had to give it a go, and James Vowles was sure it was going to work. So Lewis pits, comes out, and then he was really struggling at first, and Max was like on fire. So it was done. Even James Vowles, the strategist, said, okay, this race is gone, messed up, we should have kept Lewis out. But then suddenly the tires switched on Lewis, and he found like 1 second a lap, and even Mercedes don't know why. And at the same time, Max was starting to tail off with those hard tires because he just had no more rubber left. And then so strong from Lewis, the pace there, and then Verstappen just had no chance in the end there. So honestly, it was Red Bull. Verstappen did everything right. He did an epic weekend. He drove so damn well, but it was just the Hamilton sheer pace that did the job. Sheer pace, genius strategy on top of that. No chance against the Lewis Hamilton in that form. So well deserved, and now he's definitely on for his 6th title, because Bottas kind of lost the plot, and Verstappen just doesn't have the car, huh? He's driving amazingly. So Verstappen, Hamilton, the two best drivers in F1 at the moment, that's clear. So it was great to see them fight out at the front there. really epic stuff. But I think Lewis is now on for his next title. Nevertheless, as I said in the previous video, also check out, I've got the vlog from the weekend out live now, where the title is Hamilton crushes Verstappen. Check out that video, it's really good fun. I had Günther Steiner as well in a chat, the legendary Netflix team boss guy, who said it was really fun to chat with him. So I think you'll enjoy that video. Subscribe as well to my YouTube channel here. Remember, I've got my I'm buying a hypercar video series out. And the next video coming up is the final two, where I decide on the last two cars which one I'm gonna go for. So check that out, and so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I put that video out live, because I think you're gonna enjoy that. Yeah, so that's it from me. I'll take some comments just quickly. Lewis Max, T. Croft says Lewis Max nearly lapped the whole field. Yeah, isn't that insane? They nearly lapped the whole field. The third place guy, Vettel, with the Ferrari was 60 seconds away, one second a lap. Can you believe that? Jeez, that's bad. Then the prospectors, has Ricciardo blown his opportunity for a world championship? So Ricciardo has definitely made in hindsight, probably not the right move. The problem is being teammates with Max in Red Bull is also not really a great situation. So, but probably in hindsight, not the best move to go to Renault. But I think worse than that is fixing yourself up for 2 years at Renault. If you do 1 year, no problem, he would have been good, because then now he could have switched to Mercedes. But it's the fixing for 2 years which is a killer for Ricciardo. So that's a tough one. But he's so good, so I'm sure he's gonna get his chance the year after then. Anyways, so thanks for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the race as well, because I did. It was epic. And comment below. I'll be answering your comments later on. So thanks a lot, and check out the vlog. Bye bye.